fifth monkey.
Oof. Okay.
She was married to Nick Vinay. Nick Vinay produced the Beach Boys, Linda Ronstadt, Jim Croce. He was
I've
a
heard
dear
of
friend
them.
of mine.
Oh, wow.
You've heard of Nick? He was involved in the Jimi Hendrix, Curtis Knight albums, and Band of Gypsies, all that stuff. So Nick was a dear friend of mine. In 1998, I get this email. Nick is gone. First time on the internet that, like, a friend of mine, that his girlfriend at the time sent me an email, and it was like, Nick is gone. I knew he was in the hospital, but the Beach Boys were doing depositions all the time.
Oh,
Poor
really?
Nick was always getting depositions because the Beach Boys are fighting with each other.
Yeah, right.
And the poor guy's in the hospital, and who knew he was dying?
Jeez.
But that was like the first time I read on an email that, a friend of mine had gone. And look at it's 16 years ago. So anyway, about 6 months ago, Nick's girlfriend, who's a dear friend of mine, and she's a major songwriter, she got me in touch with Valerie because I produce records, and Valerie's got like a lot of tapes.
Mm-hmm.
She's got Beatles tapes that her husband taped live. Frank Sinatra, Arthur Godfrey.
Those are beautiful. Those.
So Nick had produced these live tapes of the Beatles and stuff, and we're looking for the opening acts for the Beatles shows. So then Valerie and I started becoming friends because of my mutual friend. And tonight is the Monkees. There's a Monkees convention. It's probably crazy in New Jersey.
In New Jersey.
Now, Peter Tork won't go. Davy Jones just passed away.
Yeah, Davy's
Jones gone.
just recently, right? Then it's not too long, like less than a year, right?
But you got Mickey Dolenz and Mike Nesmith, and Mike Nesmith's usually one who doesn't show up. So as Mike and Mickey are at the convention, and Valerie, the fifth, she's on 14 episodes, and she's in the Monkees movie.
Wow, that's fantastic.
But she did Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte, and she did...
Betty Davis movie, wow, that's old.
Yeah, and so, see if I can find her phone number. There it is. So she said we could call her at the convention.
Oh, beautiful. That sounds interesting.
So I'm going to put my mic on the phone, and you're going to interview her
Okay.
about the Monkees convention. What do you think?
All right. Chris is going to interview her.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Chris is ready. Chris is a good interviewer. Yeah.
She was in Easy Rider.
She was in Easy Rider. Wow.
She might have been cut out of Easy Rider by Dennis Hopper.
Wow. I bet that was quite a fun set to be on.
Easy Rider, is Phil Spector in that doing the drug deal? She's probably in the Phil Spector scene.
Is that the Peter Fonda movie, Easy Rider?
Yeah, Easy Rider.
Peter Fonda, yeah, I remember that.
Phil Spector was some kind of attaché or something in either Easy Rider or The French Connection or both.
Wow.
But
Great movies.
so Valerie was in these. So let's see if we can get a hold of her. And she should be able to hear you. Live from the Monkees.
Wow.
Monkey Convention.
Imagine that. It's in New Jersey.
Watch me. I'll talk into the phone. Are you there, Valerie? Valerie? Oh, Valerie. Valerie? Are you in there, Valerie?
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 3.
Well.
Live TV, Joe. There
live.
You go.
Well. Okay, we'll keep calling the
That's
Monkees
it.
Convention.
We're here all night.
We're here till at 8:45. We're going
Okay.
to talk to our film critic, Frank Dell'Estrito, about War of the Robots.
Yeah, he was.
Did you see that on the patch?
I saw that on the patch. I read a little about it, but he's the same guy, the gentleman we talked to I was on last
2.5 years now. He's my co-host.
Right.
From Texas. But he'll be up here
Oh, good.
if you want to meet him, because he's a great
definitely,
author.
yeah.
He's got his 3rd book coming out. This guy's a film historian.
Yeah,
He's great.
he's good.
And so you're in the transcript. You're all over the place. You're in this North End magazine.
North End Waterfront. We do the Pizza Makers. Chris is the director and the writer, as well as an actor.
Where do you do Pizza Makers?
We do it all over the place, actually.
Oh, so it's mobile.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I thought it was in a studio like this.
No, we actually we've been very lucky to have somebody like Pizzeria Regina donate a business. We did it in a recording studio.
What recording studio?
We're at the Microphone Zone in Beverly.
I've not heard of it. Wow.
Yeah, it's closed now, but we were up there. So we have been all over the place.
Bocelli's.
Bocelli's,
Bocelli's in
not
Medford.
far
We
from
Did the
here.
mayor walk in?
No, we were downstairs.
You can have the mayor walk in. He
Oh, the
lives
mayor,
at Pacelli's.
I know, he loves that. He's always there.
And all the politics,
Yeah.
Della Russo's there, right?
Yeah.
They all convene there. It's
Yeah,
where
right.
the Medford
They
muckety
have-
mucks go
Yeah,
to
they have all their
Pacelli's.
meetings there, the Rotary, all that stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
you did downstairs at Pacelli's.
Yeah.
We did, yeah, and there's always pizza involved.
Where do you bring people in? I mean, where do you bring the cameras? You bring cameras down?
Yeah, we have a crew. I want to shout out to Ed Carey, who shoots it, and we have a crew that come in, and a lot of it is so it's what's called a web series. We're going up on episode 8. We're going to shoot this weekend, actually. We've been featured in the Herald. Why don't we talk and thank Lar Pizzuti, who is one of our cast members, Catherine Shasha, Vin Earnshaw, of course, Frankie. All these wonderful people now. We're going on 3 years, Joe, of these ideas. I grew up in the family pizza business. I'm a SAG actor. I'm a radio guy, a performer for decades.
What radio?
I've been on a bunch of stations.
WCAP?
I didn't work on WCAP, but if there was a W before, there's a good chance I worked on it. WBZ for a long time.
Tell Jordan Rich about your show.
We've been on with Jordan.
we were on
yeah.
I figured. See?
Yeah, me-
Jordan
Chris were
is fantastic.
Last year, we were-
Yeah, we had a good time in there. We brought him meatballs.
He's a good
too.
man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I made
we
some
brought-
meatballs and pasta for him. We had a great time.
I don't
Me and
even
Chris
think
were-
they made it through the hallway.
Yeah, I know. Everybody was coming and getting.
Frankie's meatballs are unbelievable. When I first got to know Frankie, right, we went down to his house. We do a little table read. We go over, rehearse some scripts and everything. Frankie said, you got to try my meatballs, all right? Now, I had his, there's a special way to taste the meatball when your last name is Palermo and your father was born in Sicily. So I had Frankie's meatball, and I let it savor, and it's sort of like a wine connoisseur. You know what I mean? You just enjoy it. You know what I mean? So I'm leaving, and finally, it's gone through the palate, and I said, Frankie, your meatballs taste like my father's meatballs, and I think that was a pretty
Oh,
good
that's a
compliment
very good,
because.
yeah.
Isn't that kind of funny how people from like the same region,
Yeah.
I don't know what part of Italy your family is from.
I'm pure Italian, I guess, from
Yeah.
the 4 grandparents. But I don't know. I should know where. I've been told.
Well, I bet you're
but
from like the northern part
Yeah,
of Italy,
probably
like the fancy
the
My
part.
grandfather on my mother's side around Rome.
See,
outside of Rome.
yeah.
Right.
Now, what I did on my grandmother's 100th birthday, I had the woman from the Somerville Journal interview her. My mom's mother, but my dad sat there to kind of translate because grandma spoke in broken English.
Yeah, right.
We have a wonderful 1 hour of Nana on her 100th birthday being interviewed by the Somerville Journal. She was
That's
on the front
fantastic.
page of the Globe.
Yeah.
was beautiful.
And being 100, it was just a wonderful time.
Yeah.
And it was just so much fun. Public access at its best. Capturing grandma at 100 and hearing this, I have this documented history of my family.
Wow.
It's amazing. Yeah.
From grandma and my father. And, my father lost his mother when he was 16. So my grandmother on my father's side died before I was born, and she's buried in California. So my grandmother, when my father married my mother, my grandmother took my father in. It's really like his mom
Right,
too,
right.
So we very close, all of us, and to have this documented, it's just what public access is all about.
Fantastic.
And
That's
I
great.
fight very hard for public access
Yeah.
because, the big thing in the future is the cable providers are going to want to get rid of this. We have to be strong as a community and keep it going.
Yeah, well, the laws are in place that you have to have this outreach to the public there.
Yeah, but it was for like the monopoly aspect when, if Comcast was one provider and they're digging up the streets, they had to give something back to the community. They decided on access.
Right.
Well, now that there's 3 or 4 and there's competition,
Yeah.
they're all saying, well, no, this is important.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
important to talk to you guys.
right.
Now, my question is, have either of you been to Sicily?
I have not. No, I'd like to.
Neither have I.
I think I'll be going like September. I'll be going to Italy and stuff in Sicily.
No,
Planning on.
I've driven through Everett. It's almost the same. So.
it's true, I have too. But how far is Sicily from the boot? It's down the bottom.
It's the southern part of Italy.
It's like a 45-minute boat ride.
It's
maybe. It's like going from Cape Cod to Nantucket
So they
Island.
must have little airports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
yeah.
Cape Cod.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sure. Oh, God, yeah. nice beaches, casinos. It's my kind of place.
really?
Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
go, Joe. Me and you, let's cause some
we
trouble.
With the camera. Yeah,
That'd be
Okay.
great, yeah.
Document all the trouble on camera. Richard Nixon taught us well, but we never took the advice. We
Little
just keep the
limoncello.
Huh?
Little limoncello too. What do you think?
Limoncello.
Yeah, limoncello.
The
little
lemon
you make
liqueur
that?
drink, limoncello.
I am not a drinker.
No, really, even a little sip.
It's
of
like
that.
it's a lemon drink, but it's with alcohol. It's liqueur, lemon liqueur.
You know what's funny is I'll go to New York on the train and then I'll have beers because I'm not driving, but because I drive so much, I don't drink at all.
Yeah.
I don't miss it, but like if I'm in New York, it's like, okay, I'll have,
New York, too.
you know, because I don't want to have even one beer usually driving. I don't want one.
Yeah, I don't blame you when you're driving.
It's
Yeah.
dangerous.
No, but people go out to the club, they'll have 2 beers and then they'll drive. And it's like me, give me my tea. At the clubs, they know, give him his coffee.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. Love my
You're
coffee.
better off. You don't want to drive and get behind the wheel.
You know, we have an interesting culture where everyone's pushing the liquor because it makes money, but it's dangerous. And it's like, it's a crazy society.
Yeah.
That's why we need shows like Pizza Makers.
Yeah.
Because pizza is non-alcoholic.
Right. That's
You
right.
know, many people ask me to, and they say, hey, Chris, I want to be on the show, but I'm not Italian. I love the show. And I say, you know what? You don't have to be Italian to like Pizza Makers. Who doesn't like pizza, Joe? You know?
Pizza is what makes everyone love Italians.
That's right.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Probably the #1 food that most people like in the world.
Now, you guys are opening the Chinese Pizza Pad in Medford, right?
It's interesting. We'll have to look into that. I love Chinese food, you know?
The late Stiv Bators was at the Paradise with me. I'm a performer, too, and we were doing a show. And we had opened for him, the Lords of the New Church. Stiv Bator was in the Dead Boys, remember them? Punk band. So his wife was calling. And my roommate Steve at the time, he was a singer, and he goes, Joe's Chinese Pizza Pad, can I help you? And then he, I'm looking for Stiv. He's not here, Joe's Chinese Pizza Pad. He said, I don't want to talk to my wife. It was pretty funny. That's where I got that concept.
Yeah.
You guys can have it.
Okay, you
From
sure?
Stiv Bator. Yeah, Stiv has given it to you.
Okay.
A typical pizza maker show, you go to Bocelli's, you go to a recording studio, what do you do?
Well, it's it's almost like a 10-minute. We like to make it operate as an SNL kind of skit. We run at a rapid fire pace. I crack the whip and get these guys. No, really, it's a lot of improv, Joe. We like to have a lot of fun. The toughest thing about filming a Pizza Makers is trying to get through the takes without laughing. All right, it's just
No,
so...
you're physically making the pizza. As you cutting the jokes? Or
No.
you're baking
Well,
it?
in one
No.
episode we did, right, made a pizza.
We
Episode
should
5.
let the audience know why we say Pizza Makers, because here in Boston we add the ER, to things that don't have an ER, like the name Donna. Some people would say Donna, or the word idea.
You're right.
You ever hear that?
Pizza maker spelled with
P-I-Z-Z-I-E-R.
Idea in the headlights.
It's Pizza makers. Pizzer.
Leaning Tower of Pisa make.
That's it. Yeah, I like that. Wow, you got a little creativity in you. I know that. I can sense that.
A little. He's never seen the show, and neither
Yeah.
have I. I didn't have time to watch the YouTube, sorry, but
Oh,
that's
my
okay.
goodness. That's okay.
What's the next Pizza Makers?
Pizza Makers, where we last left it's episodic, okay? So we last left the Pizza Makers. We did something different, nothing on camera, but we did a radio drama. So Theater of the Mind. So the characters came in and we recorded the voiceovers only. And we left it on a cliffhanger. And I'll, spill the beans here. It's out there in the public, and you can search it on YouTube. The pizza.
But you don't see any images.
No.
You just see pizza.
The
You just
he may see pizza. People can see whatever they want.
It's a blank screen.
They'll hear my voice. They'll picture me as somebody that might look like George Clooney. Theater of the mind. You never know. So this episode.
that was only in episode 7, though.
So this episode leaves off where the pizza shop gets busted. Okay? And the next episode, which we're going to shoot this weekend, will
Aren't you happy I didn't say the name of the pizza place diagonal from the police station?
Which police station?
The pizza shop that got busted with like $800,000 in marijuana.
Right, right.
I didn't hear about that. What
Oh,
city?
you said the pizza shop got busted. Well, one did.
Yeah, one
We're not
did.
going to say
What
the
it-
name of the pizza place.
Who knew? A pizza shop getting
I know which
busted?
Yeah,
All right.
it's not Greenies. I'll just give you that.
Well,
hint.
it's almost like it's a colored name, but we won't say the name.
Yeah.
So the next
Not
episode.
Whitey's. The Whitey's Pizza Pad was in Everett, and the police closed in, and there were like all these pizza boxes with marijuana.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh my
Some
God!
local politician, who I will not name, said, "With the oregano, gets you off."
I love it.
I remember that.
So the next episode will pick up. The next episode will pick up
This
from.
is the next episode. You
This-
haven't figured that out yet?
This could be an episode.
I know. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, right.
The next episode will pick up from where we left off.
Hey, Whitey's Pizza Place.
Probably not. No. There's coffee. There's coffee involved. How's that?
Okay.
There's no coffee and pizza in this one.
Now,
But there's dough.
we got to see if producer Jeff Dearman, we were talking about, if producer Jeff Dearman or Jay Gold or someone wants to invite you people here to do a Pizza Makers episode, maybe that's possible?
Sure.
Yeah, we could possibly do that. Yeah, and there is some, a lot. Like I said, a lot of people want to be on it. I'm flattered when people ask to be on it. Like I said, we had a nice write-up in the Boston Herald. Imagine Magazine did a nice
Oh, yeah, I
thing
meant
on
to
it.
put the Imagine on the patch. Yeah, they're a good magazine.
Yeah, it's very good.
Great, Carol Patton. Oh, I got to mention Joe Ligotti is going to be in our next episode. Joe is a very big, strong personality. Italian, distinctively Italian
The guy
and
from
loud.
Boston, yeah.
The guy from Boston, Joe
his
Ligotti. So you're going to see in the next episode Joe Ligotti and Frankie with some fantastic improv going back and forth. Do you like improv?
Well, I like all sorts of
Comedy?
media.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not a big comedy person, but I like
Yeah.
improv. Yeah, sure. This is improv. This is just turn it on and
That's it. I love it.
be careful we don't say the wrong thing. The Equalizer was filming up here. We talked about that earlier.
Yes.
Is it finished
And
yet?
it's still in post-production, but it's going to be coming out soon.
Okay.
I heard May. So
May.
it should be coming out in May.
Oh, that's not
That's
far
exactly a year, yeah. It's just about
And
right.
guess what? The thing has tested so insanely well with the screenings, they're already writing Equalizer 2.
Yeah.
off. Now, was the original Equalizer a British guy?
Yeah, wasn't he in the TV show? The 80s
Yeah, I
show?
think you're right, yeah.
Remember
It
that
was
show?
based- it was
Yeah, 'cause
based on
John
that, yeah.
Cale from the Velvet Underground is in one episode, which is kind of
Right,
big.
right.
To have a big cult figure like Cale doing TV.
Well, they're working on the TED 2 now. TED 2's coming out. They're
Well,
they're
Ted-
looking
Ted I
at the
did wanna
locations.
see.
They've been around
Really?
here
You
looking
didn't, you didn't want to see it?
It's just, it's like the other one is like that one with Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman. I went to it and I'm like, this would be a great movie if they weren't so vulgar. The vulgarity gets to me. At a point, it's like,
Yeah,
I know the kids probably eat it up.
yeah. It was kind
so
I'm
you-
no prude.
Some people said it was
So you
kinda
probably hate the
trashy.
Hangover movies, huh?
I don't watch them. I'm no prude, but it's like I like balance in my art, and that's imbalanced.
Yeah. No,
Not
they-
unbalanced, but imbalanced.
A lot of people said it was kind of trashy, like more,
Well, there's a market for it.
Well, yeah.
I appreciate it because
Yeah.
I'm a bad person.
Even though I was in it, I'm not saying
No,
it's
it's
a
not
bad
being a
movie.
bad person, good person. It turns me off.
Yeah.
And I just thought, boy, that Ashton Kutcher, Natalie Portman, this is a good plot. And the other one, that Jason Bateman movie where they change bodies. Remember that? Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds.
Right. Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw it on HBO. I saw it. Yeah.
They change bodies.
Yeah.
Another good idea. I mean, it had been done before, but the vulgarity, the potty mouth, it just was such a turnoff.
Yeah.
I'm not 15 years old anymore.
Yeah.
And I just thought, wow, this is a good idea gone bad.
Yeah.
But Pizza Makers doesn't have.
No,
Yes, we do.
Not much.
There are lots of innuendos, and it can be kind of spicy. I like to use the word spicy. There are no swears, and there are no anything.
good.
There are no.
Spicy is
There
okay.
are no. It's edgy. Let's say edgy.
Yeah.
Joe. It's edgy.
Keep talking.
Yeah. So Pizza Makers, you can find it. Follow us on Twitter at Pizza Makers. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/Pizza Makers. Search us on Facebook, search us on Google to see all the write-up. Now, Frankie, we want to tell people it's Pizza Makers, 2 words. Pizzer space Makers.
Makers.
Now,
We're good spellers.
we got more time here.